Sinopia is a dark reddish-brown natural earth pigment, whose reddish color comes from hematite, a dehydrated form of iron oxide. It was widely used in classical antiquity and the Middle Ages for painting, and during the Renaissance it was often used for the cartoon or preparatory drawing for a fresco. The word came to be used both for the pigment and for the preparatory drawing itself. During the Middle Ages, Sinopia in Latin and Italian came to mean simply a red ochre. It entered the English language as the word sinoper, meaning red earth color. From ancient times through the Renaissance, the pigment was mined in Cappadocia and exported to Europe through the port of Sinop, a Greek colony on the Black Sea. The pigment was valued for its quality, and the genuine product was marked with a seal to show its authenticity. In the Renaissance, synopia or sinoper meant any of a range of different shades and hues, and the color had a variety of names. It was sometimes called Venetian red, or terradicina, or ochre rosso. The color shown in the box above is one more recent commercial variety of the color. Sinopia was often used in the Renaissance to make the preparatory drawing for frescoes directly onto the wall, or on the leveling coat, or on the irisio. These drawings became known simply as sinope, the plural word in Italian for the pigment. Many of these drawings have been discovered and restored, and are on display in the Museum of Sinop in Pisa, next to the cathedral, baptistry and the Leaning Tower. Cennino Cennini described in detail the process by which a sinopia was made and used. First, the artist covered the wall with a rough layer of lime plaster. When it dried, he made his first sketch in charcoal, blocking in the figures and scenes. Then he brushed off the plaster, and using a small, pointed brush and ochre pigments as thin as water and without tempera, he painted in the figures in light shades. Then he used sinopia, also without tempera, to mark out the noses, the eyes, the hair, and the accents and outlines of all the figures in their correct proportions. When the underdrawing was finished, the artist then applied a new thin layer of wet plaster, covering just enough area as he could, working one day. Before the plaster could dry, he filled in the colors into the plaster, following the visible lines of the sinopia. To make the faces in the final fresco, Cennini recommended that the artist first paint them with an undercoat of brownish-green, called a verdaccio. When that was dry, then he painted the flesh tones, made with ochre, lime white and light red, called cinebrise. Then he painted the whites of the eyes and white highlights, then used black for the pupils of the eyes, the nostrils, openings in the ears and lines around the eyes, and then used a fine brush and sinopia to paint the lines under the eyes, around the nose, the eyebrows, the mouth and the shading under the upper lip. A sinopia showing a queen from the Museum of Sinop in Pisa. The sinopia, or underpainting, of a painting of the Madonna and Child, by the master of the Crucifixion,